Okay, we're going to make our anchor charts for levels of organization. So at the top left side of your paper, I want you to write levels of organization. And then next to it, we're going to write our TEAC. We always write our TEAC for our anchor charts. It's 7.12c, recognize the levels of organization in plants and animals. And this is what the state wants you to know, and this is what you will be tested over. Okay, so the first thing I added to mine was bio. Bio is a prefix that we use for life. So if you look at biosphere, biome, biology, it's the study of life, or it's some type of life. Biosphere would be life sphere. So that would be the Earth, and that is the largest, and the smallest is a cell. The least complex is the cell, and the smallest living thing. So next to largest, we're going to draw a picture of the Earth to remind us that the biosphere is the Earth. Okay, and your picture might be way better than mine, but we're just going to color or draw a picture and label it Earth. Okay, now we're going to talk about each of these ones. So we just talked about the biosphere being the Earth where living things are, and then we have biomes. Biomes, you probably are very familiar with that term. Remember, those are the things, and you're going to write this down too. Those are the things like the desert, grasslands. Okay, so those are the big areas where plants and animals live together, and there's a lot of biodiversity, meaning there's a lot of different animals and plants that can live in that area. Okay, some biomes are bigger than others. Deserts is a harsh climate, so there's less animals and plants that live there. Rainforest would be a larger biome. Okay, from biome we have ecosystems. Remember, ecosystems are the next that make up a biome. And then we have a community. This is all the population in an area. So like we have white settlement. Okay, so the white settlement area. And from a community, we go to population, the total number of one type of organism in that area. So, for instance, we have a population. Let me make sure I'm in the right circle. We have a population of humans. That live in White Settlement or Fort Worth. Okay? So I'm just going to draw little people to kind of to represent population. From population, we have an organism. An organism is one member of a population. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm going the right way. So that would just be one human. Okay? While the population is more than one, organism is just one. So it would be like you. Okay? From a population or an organism, we have an organ system. So organ systems are systems inside of the body, plant and animal. Plants have organ systems too, but we're going to focus on the human, and my example would be skeletal. The bones. So that's an organ system. All right. And from the organ system, we have an organ. So out of the skeletal system, one type of bone would be an organ, or the cartilage. So my picture of a bone may not be the best, but yours I'm sure will be way better than mine. And feel free to use a different system if you would like. You could do the cardiac system and draw a heart. You could do a different system that you choose. And then tissue. Tissue is several cells together, so I'm going to draw a little picture of that. Okay, so those are my cells. Animal cells are round, right? So this would be animal tissue. And then our smallest, remember, is a cell. So our smallest is the cell, and that's our smallest basic unit of life. So bacteria. Bacteria is a prokaryotic, and its DNA is somewhere in here, and it can live by itself. We have bacteria. We have an animal cell that's more of a round shape. That's what makes us up, or cats, dogs, any type of animal. And then we have a plant cell that tends to be more of a rectangle shape. And we'll go over those things second semester and talk about cells and the parts again. You should be kind of familiar with those already though. Okay, so looking at our anchor chart, you should have all these things on there. Again, if you need to go back, you can definitely rewind, or you could have paused at any point to get those things onto your anchor chart. I want you to take a moment to reflect everything that we just went over, and then write a reflection. So at the very bottom, you're going to write a reflection. And I want to see 1 to 2 sentences about what does this mean? What are the levels of organization, and what does it mean? How is this important in our life and to you? So in your reflection, I'll be looking for those things. So let me show you the whole page again one last time. Make sure you complete those reflections, because I will be looking at them, or your science teacher if you don't have Miss Gertis. All right, you are done.